Hi friends, Happy New Year. I want to share my experience in coaching during the last 24 years. Ever since I've started taking class for CA students, I've seen every time some new issues coming up. In all these cases, my objective as a faculty member to ensure that the student is clearing the examination. But we find even the most intelligent students sometimes fail. Brilliant students, they don't clear the examination. And we find a person who would not have been that brilliant or that intelligent might also clear the examination. If one could look into the history of these cases, the person who cleared the examination would have really put in a lot of efforts. It is not that a person need to be great or highly intelligent to clear the examination. If a person is moderately intelligent and putting in a lot of efforts, I have seen many students have cleared the examination. So we are not bringing out any sort of discrimination as one is more intelligent and less intelligent. I am just looking to the point that for clearing the examination, very importantly, we need to provide time. The examination is not tough, but yet failure it is very high. As you all know that CA is the best professional course in the commerce stream. I don't want to dwell upon as what is all about CA. All of you would be knowing about CA. The CA examination is not a tough examination, but yet failure rate is very high. The reason I told you that people are not failing for lack of intelligence or I would say lack of knowledge. Even a failed candidate, I've seen they are very intelligent and highly knowledgeable, but yet they fail because they are not devoting adequate amount of time. I'm not putting the blame on students. It is a system in which CA students are placed. There is no compulsory coaching classes. They got to study of their own, like IAS students. For administrative services, private coaching is the one through which students are taking the examination. CA students are also no different from them. Even after attending to the class, it is not ensuring success for them. The reason is that after attending to the class, they don't devote time. Lack of time, they just provide. Either they go for employment or because of the articleship, related outstation audits. See, there are variety of factors we have seen that they are not in a position to provide time. And even if they miss out few classes, there is no follow-up that they could make. So class once lost is lost. We can copy only notes. But what is being discussed in the class, nobody can communicate that to the student who missed out. And one more compromise also they make. Students will be attending to the class depending upon their strength and weakness. If a student is feeling that he is weak in subject A, he will attend to that particular class by compromising by not attending to the class for another subject B. And in that process, when he is not giving adequate time for B, failure may happen on subject B also. So as you know that the success in CA requires parallel pulling. All subjects are to be cleared and no subject can be left as theory or problem. Whatever may be the classification people may be required to clear the examination in every paper, and we need to have aggregate also. So not all subjects are taught in one location, so that clash of classes cannot be happening. So but when they attend to at different places, they need to compromise. Even if they want to attend to all subjects, by the time they attend 4 or 5, the examination will be just coming up and there is no time for the remaining papers, and failure becomes a vicious circle for some. So how to churn out more chartered accountants is the one for which we are just looking for as what would be the remedy. When student is ready, classes are not there. So normally what happens, a student who is clearing his CPT, entering into IPCC, he would be joining articleship, and when he wants to attend to the class, by then classes are not there. Or when he is getting leave for the examination, classes are not there. Or the time that he has got, it may not be sufficient to attend to class and prepare. Or post-articleship period, when he is continuing with the education, he would have joined employment, and because of the employment, he may not be in a position to attend to classes. Or the times at which he will be having the time for attending to the classes are not held. I know one student by name Narendra. He was working for BPO. By the time he hits the bed, where others will be getting up, through the day he will be sleeping to get the energy for working in the night shift. So when he is getting up, say by 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he cannot attend to any class. So he was a person who was just telling about the requirement of having a recorded class, and he was just making this mention. That point of time I thought, why not we have a recorded class made available to such students. In fact, one of the beneficiaries in this entire operation is Mr. Narendra. If possible, I will just ask him to speak on this subject matter. And sometimes students attend the class much earlier to their eligible examination, and when there is a big gap, people tend to forget, and they will not be in a position to issue out in the form of good results in the examination. When the class attending to the main examination attending, when there is too much of a gap, they will not be in a position to utilize the class attending in the form of greater amount of marks. That is, the fullest benefit of attending to the class, they will not be in a position to exhibit. No follow-up to students. See, even the coaching classes also might find it difficult to follow up with every student as whether he or she had just done well, whether they were all having updated contents. It becomes a bit difficult, and those are the areas where we try to bridge the gap and to increase the pass percentage. So definitely the recorded class, when it is given in mobile device, that being tablet, so it can be taken until the stage of examination. Many times it can be repeated. A particular class, when you can attend 2-3 times before going to the examination, it is as good as revisions. What is presently happening is that a person attending the class, and he or she may revise or may not revise. When they take up the examination, you know what would be the result. When he or she could revise these classes, or as many times when he or she could attend to the class through this mobile device. So quite naturally, attending the class twice, thrice is as good as bringing out revision. And what is conveyed in the class, he will be in a position to remember very easily under examination conditions, and that will result in the form of excellent marks. So our mobile device is a companion until the last step before the examination hall. So when the validity period, if it were to be 1 year, the student who is taking up the immediate examination within 6 months period, he can as well gift this to his juniors. That is also possible, and you can bring out more chartered accountants. So, and one more thing is that people might have a doubt as how my doubts will be cleared. So let me tell you very clearly that the classes that are given in the mobile device are picked from live class. Students will raise the doubt, and the doubt is repeated in the class so that the rest of the audience will be knowing what was the doubt that was raised and what was the follow-up explanation offered by the faculty members. This is regarding the doubts that were raised in a class. There are certain doubts at the end of the class people will be raising. In fact, majority of the doubts are raised only at the end of the class. Those doubts are repeated in the following class for the entire benefit of the class. We don't want a doubt to be given as a clarification only to one student. Similar sort of doubts would be there in the minds of many students. So we make it public, all the doubts raised in the class and beyond the class, and students are benefited in the form of thrashing majority of the doubts. Yet, there could be some unique doubts possible. Those doubts can be sent by mail, and some, if it is so urgent, he can call the faculty member by mobile. If you want to know more about this winning device, that being classes through tablets, you may contact us. You can pick up information from our website, sriramacademy.net. If you want to mail us, you can mail us joinsriram@gmail.com. We have just given two mobile numbers, one a Mumbai one, the top one, and the one that is at the bottom is a Chennai number. So I can tell for sure that this is going to be a great revolution in churning out maximum number of chartered accountants. I wanted to provide a demo of our class. This class will be that of Ms. Gayatri, who would be taking up on ISKA. So this is the point that you would be finding. So you just find I have passed it, and you just find as how a view a student would be getting on having this tablet. It is lightweighted, and even in a running train, if he is getting a seat, definitely he or she can use that. Say headphone will be provided, and a person can just watch at his